All right, I was able to get a chance to watch Smile 2. It's in theaters now. This is going to be a non spoiler review, so you guys should be able to watch if you guys are interested. When I saw the trailer, I was pretty intrigued by it. It actually made me go and check out the first Smile film, which was really good. I was surprised. It was my only issue is that it's very depressing, and I just felt bad for the main girl in the first one, Rose, who's played by Sosie Bacon, relative to Kevin Bacon, daughter, I believe. She did a very good job, but oh my god, what a rough story. And I couldn't help but appreciate how well it was done, though. The acting, the performances, it was so well shot. The locations and the idea of it was pretty creepy. Very well done, just very depressing. And I kind of felt the same about the second film. Really fun. This one was a little more fun. This one was had a fun element to it, a little bit lighter and more colors maybe than the first one had, which I appreciated. And still, the performances remain to be fantastic. The cinematography, the sets, and the idea just were great. And overall, had a pretty good time. It was very creepy. I would probably rewatch this sometime. I would check these films out again. But still, very creepy, very depressing. It's a rough monster. Like, it's such a dark movie in that way. But again, very well done. I really appreciated it. Naomi Scott, who I personally was not majorly familiar with, she's known for being in the live action Aladdin film, the remake of Charlie's Angels, and she was the Pink Power Ranger in the live action film. And she's known for a show she did called Terra Nova, as well as a few other things, but just to name a few. She did such a wonderful job. She was leading lady from the second movie started to to the ending of the movie. It was outstanding. I would love to see her in more stuff. Her physical transformation was really incredible. Just in the flashbacks, but also like looking at her in real life was a shock. But again, she kind of plays two different versions of her in the movie, just with a flashback version and like the now version, and they look like completely different people. But it's her. It's the same performance. So good. Everyone else did a really great job as well. Rosemary DeWitt, who plays the mom, who was terrifying. Dylan Galula played the friend Gemma. Lucas Gage, Peter Jacobson, everyone in the film I thought did a good job, but I feel like it was completely stolen and just incredibly outdone by Naomi Scott. She was the most memorable part of this film. There were some fun small connections to the first one, which I appreciated, mostly in the beginning, but it just the way it ties into the now story was kind of interesting. I don't know if it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time, but it was still a pretty good experience and very scary if you guys are looking for that. And just very well done, very well executed. I personally liked the musical aspect of it. It did remind me a lot of Trap by M. Night Shyamalan, which I still enjoyed that movie a lot. They are comparable, but at the same time, not. I think this one was just way more scary. Again, I don't think they're super comparable. It just made me think of Trap a little bit with the pop star aspect and the musical aspect in the horror genre. I thought the songs were okay. I didn't think they were like that memorable. I don't need to go blast them in my car, like listening to the soundtrack or anything. But I think it worked really well with the movie and added a fun, interesting aspect to it that the first one did not have. And to be frank, most horror movies don't have. I didn't realize until after that Ray Nicholson, who is Jack Nicholson's son, had a small role in this, so I was pleased to find that out. I wish I had known that going into the movie, but Man, he does look a lot like Jack Nicholson in this movie, specifically from The Shining. But very cool fun fact I didn't realize. Overall, a very fun horror movie. I do think it kind of steals similar tropes that the first movie had. I feel like a big moment that the first movie had is kind of the same big moment that Smile 2 has. That maybe was my only issue, but still was effective. I still enjoyed it, but I couldn't help but think this is kind of very much like the first movie. But again, like I said, the musical aspect very interesting, and the whole pop star aspect I loved, which was enough for me to be able to appreciate them for different things, even though I made that other connection that I think makes them too similar. But for people who have seen the movie, I think you know what I'm talking about. I do recommend it if you enjoyed the first movie, and if you're just looking for a good horror movie. I think it's also digestible to watch if you have not seen the first one. I do think it's a standout performance and role from Naomi Scott. She just was the best part of this movie. If you just want to see a great performer, I would check it out for her. But I would love to hear what you guys thought of Smile 2. Let me know down below in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Last question, would you guys want to see a Smile 3? Which they'll probably do. I would be interested. I just hope they do something a little more drastically different than the other two. But maybe, I don't know. Again, I don't need a Smile 3, but I would check it out. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys again. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.